DestinationMarc.
Hey guys, Cappy here. No. Hello, it's me, Marc. Okay, the mustache, is very uncomfortable, actually. Hey guys, how's it going? Marcella here. Happy Halloween. If you couldn't tell, guess what we're going over today. So, I've had this costume for fucking years now, and I haven't had a real use for it until now, so, okay, topical stuff, awesome. So, obviously, just in time for Halloween, we have a game about changing costumes. Super Mario Odyssey, finally out, finally here. Beat the main story already, took only 2 days, so, really fun, really fun. This is my thoughts video / a mini review, about Super Mario Odyssey. So, if you want to hear my thoughts and whatever prior to the game coming out, link down below to the last thoughts video I did, to my first impressions from the E3 demo. So yes, I'm also staying in costume the whole time. So I also have the regular hat, custom made as well, custom made Mario hat. Oh, and hold on, I still have the Cappy visor from E3. So yeah, here we go, a variety of hats, same-ish hats, but then again, there are same-ish hats in the game. So, there we go. So, which should I choose? I have an assortment of hats here. I have E3 Cappy, I have GameStop Cappy, and regular old Mario hat. We need to start the freaking thoughts video, Jesus Christ. Okay, I'll probably just intermittently change in between hats. So, okay, Mario Odyssey. Since I first saw the damn game in that, like, 3 or 4 seconds of footage from the initial Switch video, before showing off what the Switch was and all that, I was just hooked. I'm like, oh my god, we're finally returning to 3D Mario. No linear freaking 3D world and all of that stuff. Like, we're returning to like Galaxy-esque, Sunshine-esque, 64-esque Mario. And I've been waiting for that since Galaxy 2. It's not quite Galaxy 3, although in some respects it should still be Galaxy 3, for the reused sound effects and just how the music too just sounds a lot like Galaxy at times. Sometimes it sounds like 3D World, sometimes it sounds like Galaxy, other times it's just its own beast and it's amazing. So that's one word right there to just describe this game. Amazing. There are so many. It really truly is a Breath of the Wild version of Mario, and it's, I don't know, it's much needed because we haven't had a Mario game like this, number one. Number two, it's a return to, like, you know, a full-blown 3D Mario game. Number three, it's just so damn unique, and ever since, you know, that first trailer for it came out, I was like, oh my god, these things are in a Mario game. This is what they're doing with Mario now, and it comes across in the gameplay, in the stuff you do, and how you interact with the worlds, and all of that stuff, the characters you meet and everything. It's just, these things are in a Mario game, and you have to keep telling yourself that because of the things you come across. It's crazy. There's lots of crazy stuff in this game. And also, I should have said this at the very beginning of the video, slight spoilers. I will talk about the ending, not in full detail, but my thoughts on the ending, because I've got some people complaining about the ending, and I swear to god I thought we were done with this from Insane Trilogy, but no, it's carrying over to Mario freaking Odyssey now. These are the 2 games I was hyped for this year, mind you. Insane Trilogy and Mario Odyssey. I'm gonna get this out of the way right off the bat for the nostalgia-based return to, you know, just the fucking literal olden days of, I don't know, my childhood and all that. For nostalgia's sake, Insane Trilogy is definitely just fucking up there this year for the games I've played and pre-ordered and all that. But for a brand new experience that does still very heavily take from the old and address the old and reference the old, but it's still super fucking new, and there's just it's just wow-esque and amazement everywhere you go. Odyssey is definitely my game of the year. Just gonna say it right now. Mario Odyssey is definitely my game of the year. I was wondering, will Insane Trilogy still hit that nostalgia factor more than Odyssey? No, Odyssey takes it. But for the nostalgia-driven stuff, Crash is definitely second. But, okay, so, on with the thoughts video. Okay, so, I said I was going to be changing the hats. So, where do I begin? I want to reiterate the art style because the art style is so goddamn awesome. I will show screenshots this time because I never have, but every time I try to describe this feeling and these takes on these kinds of art styles, Mario, starting with Galaxy, really, like the first Galaxy, going into Galaxy 2 as well, and then just really hitting it with the 3D Land and all the other main Mario games after that, we've had this very blocky, cartoony, very childish, kid-friendly, you know, these art style and these environments and, you know, and everything, and that's obviously not a bad thing. It's obviously not a bad thing because it's aimed towards freaking kids, but it feels very aimed at kids, and they've reused this art style in New Super Mario Bros. Wii, New Super Mario Bros. U, and 3D Land, 3D World, and, you know, Galaxy 2. So like all these, you know, freaking Mario Run is just a legit New Super Mario Bros. Clone, but like it's this art style that's very, very just, I don't even know how to describe it, but you're seeing it now. Very childish, but not in necessarily a bad way, but they have been milking this art style. And you can argue it's been the definitive art style, so why change what, you know, looks okay and pretty to begin with? But I'm so glad that Odyssey stepped it up, and it does not feel like a Mario because you're going to all these different areas that aren't the Mushroom Kingdom. And shit, even when, you know, spoilers, you go to the Mushroom Kingdom eventually, even it doesn't look all childish and blocky. It's actually very reminiscent of some older Mario games. So that's fucking cool. So many homages, we'll get to that eventually, and again, light spoilers, but we'll get to it eventually. But the art style, just, some of them are gritty realistic, some of them are still cartoony, but you know, it somehow blends what you know about the Mario art style, and gives it a whole new, almost pseudo-realistic kind of a, you know, a revamp to it. It doesn't feel, some of the environments do feel a bit out of place, not in the bad way, but in like a, oh god, that is really how the art style has changed. The Ruined Kingdom, that fucking place. Not gonna say anything else but that. If you've played and beaten the main story, you know exactly what I'm talking about and what you fight while you're there. Dear god, it was incredible. I was like, oh my, this is in a Mario game. You have to keep thinking that. This is in a fucking Mario game. Never in a million years would I have ever thought this would end up in a Mario game. Really cool, so unexpected, so out of nowhere, but in the best way possible, and it's cool, it's fucking epic, it's epic. I've never really said that about a Mario game, besides like the spin-offs, where something will look epic, or something might, you know, like, the intro to Mario Striker's Charge comes to mind. Ooh, it's dark and gray, it looks epic. But no, this fucking one moment in the game is just epic all around. What you do, the gameplay in that particular area, it itself, the way it looks, the way just the atmosphere, fucking epic, and just not at all what you would think would be in a Mario game. So cool though, so cool. So yeah, the art style, definitely just, you know, everyone's still, thankfully not complaining about New Donk City, but still the fact that, you know, it's these real-ass human characters, proportionate-ass human characters, and there's freaking like 5'5" Mario who's like super cartoony with a big-ass nose and over-exaggerated mustache, and I don't know, never jarring to me at all. For some people it legitimately was jarring, but I found it okay, and even while being there, you know, sometimes they can react and look all as silly as ever as well. So I don't know, it was all good. Everything with the art style is awesome and I love it. So, nice breath of fresh air, no pun intended to Breath of the Wild, I guess, for Mario with the art style. It looks awesome, so yeah. Go to the visor now. So with, can I find that sound effect? If that worked, cool. If not, I'll put in a random sound effect to make it funny. Okay, so, let me see. What else? The plot is something we'll save, of course, for last. Because it ties into the ending. Oh god, I'm not prepared. This is not rehearsed. This was, but the video isn't. Let me see, what else can I talk about? The gameplay is cool. I love how, you know, one thing I do kind of want to touch on, I was thinking about this earlier today prior to filming this, so it's really cool that you can, almost like the towers in Breath of the Wild and the shrines, you can quick travel in Mario Odyssey to the various checkpoints around the worlds that you've already activated. So that's cool. Not only do they act as checkpoints, but they're markers. So if you die, whatever checkpoint you last were at is pretty much where you'll end up. Dying, of course, no repercussions, just to lose 10 coins. Even if you, now I haven't tried this out, but I think even if you don't have any coins, you will never game over. You just won't have anything left to lose. But coins, of course, are super essential, as well as the purple ones that are native to each land. They look different for each land, and that's awesome. Another cool thing I want to mention real quick, aesthetic-wise, is how the power moons are a different color in each world. I thought when I first saw the different colored moons in the trailers and such that like the colors had something to do with just like, I don't even know how to describe it, like what type they were. Like I didn't realize that they were native like in color like that to each land. Like I just thought maybe you needed, like a place needed 30 cyan colored power moons to enter something, or you needed yellow, like 30 yellow moons to enter. And that's why I was thinking, but no, they're just native to, you know, the different colors are, you know, there for each area. That's cool. But again, so the checkpoints, in some areas, like when you enter secret places or whatever, and like there's those long stretches of like platforming challenges or even 2D segment challenges or whatever the case is for the challenges, you if you die quite a ways in, sometimes you'll still get sent to the very beginning. So in terms of those kinds of checkpoints that aren't the flags, I kind of wish that there were some kind of otherly object-like thing for the checkpoints, you know, actually tell you this is a checkpoint, so that way you'll know if, I guess, like where you end up. Like, it's hard to describe. Maybe it's more for the open world areas when you die and you end up somewhere that's not a checkpoint flag. It's really hard to describe. I don't know if I'm even making sense, but it was weird, and I kind of thought, well, in order to, you know, have somewhere to show that you're checkpointed there, throw on another otherly kind of a checkpoint. It's weird. I don't know. Anyway, rest of the gameplay though, super cool for being open world. You still have your linear segments and all that, and you have to go through. I mentioned this in that thoughts video, in the first impressions video. You go to like a big and it shows you where to go first if you're first entering the kingdom. You go there and then just immediately, now there is no hub world. I was really banking on the fact that since they were showing off New Donk City so much, I really thought that that was going to be like the hub world, so you go to the different areas from there. No, you got the world map. That looks really cool. So that being said, oh boy, I totally lost my train of thought. When you go from a main mission to another main mission, there is no in between. After you do your little cutscene and you get the moon, it'll just take you right to, okay, here's the next one, so go there. And all of those, you know, kinds of linked main objectives take you to where you will eventually fight a boss or something. So, really cool, really cool. The Brutals are fucking funny. So, and their fights aren't terribly hard, but they're cool. They're still really cool, really creative, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. The bosses in general. But yeah, for the gameplay, it's super fun. The fact that, you know, it's not as totally free as Breath of the Wild, but it's not supposed to be. It's still Mario, it's still its own thing, so it's Mario's take on an open world game, which is still pretty damn awesome. Moons are littered goddamn everywhere, especially when you beat the main story and then you have to freaking go and you find these little metallic moon rock looking things. That's what they are, they're moon rocks. By the way, really creative take on the moon and the moon rocks that are there, because I had no idea what the fuck it was. I'm like, what is this metallic ass Allspark looking thing that's in each world? You can't interact with it when you first see them, but once you beat the main story, then you go back and then captures like, oh look, there's these, you can actually interact with them now. So you ground pound them, and then just like the green stars in Mario Galaxy 2, they're just littered everywhere. So go and find them, and you can see them marked on the map. And even when you, nice touch, even when you open up your map with the minus button, and then you go into like your freaking moon list of all the freaking moons that are in, you know, any given land, and you already have the moon rock and you've already destroyed it, and you've collected some of the moons tied to, you know, the moon rock, then a little like icon, I think will appear. I think it's for that. I think it's for that. If it is, awesome. They'll appear. This little icon will appear that has like a little cube-like, you know, object in it, and that's basically like a moon rock mission, I guess. So if that is the case, that's awesome. That's what I got from that little icon anyway. So that's cool. But seriously, like, you get moons for fucking everything. You can talk to people, random people. I remember, okay, so there's this one part in the Mushroom Kingdom where you find Toadette, and she gives you like these moons based off of some like skill point kind of Spyro-esque. Like, when you do certain things, no matter if it's capturing just whatever, capturing how many number of type of enemy or whatever the case is, you'll just start getting moons from her for that kind of stuff. So all the stuff that you've already done prior, that are just the most simple, mundane tasks, she'll just start giving you moons for them. And I remember at a single setting, I got up to like 15 moons at once from that, so it was really funny and really weird. So you can do the most mundane things and get moons for them, or you got the main ones, like the main ones, which have a bigger cutscene, or then you've got the freaking ones that are just hidden where the fuck ever, and you go find them. So lots to do, and you get something cool. I don't no spoilers in the comments. I don't know what you get when you get all the moons, but Nintendo tease that you get something big, I guess, or whatever. So I have no idea. There's a secret ending. I know about that. I don't know what it is, but I know that that's a thing. So yeah, gameplay though, awesome. I'm sweating in this thing already. Okay, bosses. The bosses this time around are fucking cool. Really imposing. Again, some of them, the one in Ruin City, are like, again, you have to remind yourself, what is this doing in a Mario game? The Mecha Wiggler was the first one where I was like, holy shit, in that very first Mario Odyssey trailer. Really cool. What else? Oh my god. Oh, the flower guy, what's his name? I'm forgetting. Yeah, I forgot the guy's name. That flower dude in the Wooded Kingdom, oh my god, that was a really cool, unique ass boss. Love the music in that area too. Oh my god, so like, so you beat one of the Brutals in the Wooded Kingdom, and then just after doing all the stuff you're doing, you end up heading back there, and in his place is just this hat mini boss, and there's no introduction, no cutscene, no nothing. I didn't know what it was. I was like, what is this? I'm just digging around. I go back there, and I'm like, what is that? And then I just started fighting him. So I was like, oh, okay. So, again, really cool. Exploration, rewarded for just going back to places you've already been, especially where there's bosses, and, getting to, you know, meet shit like that. And it's like, okay, so, you know, random, but cool, obviously. So, yeah, other bosses to talk about. I mean, there's a big one that I tease right now, but I can't talk about it. But you know what it is if you've played it, and it's fucking incredible. So, especially the end boss, final boss, I'm not gonna say it. Although, one thing I will say, not in the final boss battle, but there is the Bowser boss battle that you only, okay, so like in Galaxy 1 and 2, they really push Bowser towards like, okay, every freaking end of a world you're facing Bowser. And in this game you only do it twice. Well, okay, face him twice in general. The first time is just like about a good halfway into the game, and then the second time is at the final boss. Again, from what I've seen, the secret, whatever, I don't know, final secret, whatever, when you collect everything, haven't seen yet, so if you face him again for whatever reason, I don't know, don't spoil it, but even though I'm giving off slight spoilers, I give you guys a warning. So, Bowser's boss fight this time around, because like in Galaxy 1 and 2, they would reuse the same boss fight, but make it a little bit more challenging and different every time. So, I was like, okay, put my glove back on. So, I was like, okay, it's, you know, the same thing, but whatever, they do enough to make it different. And while it's the same kind of thing here, the way the fight goes, oh my god, it's so fucking cool. His hat with the freaking boxing gloves coming out of it, the fact that you get to capture that and, or at least go inside of it and take over it like in that way, not in a capturing sense, but, and then you get to freaking beat him up with it. It's fucking cool. And for some reason, whatever reason, the way he flies back when he lands the last hit on him, per time that you go and beat him up with the hat, and he flies into the back of the arena and then hits it and then comes back. Remind me of Mario 64. I don't know if that was what it was supposed to directly invoke, but that's what the kind of feeling I got from it. Really cool. It'd been cool actually if you wanted to reference Mario 64 all out. It'd been really fun if you could grab his tail with the hat's arms and swing him around. I don't know. I'm just thinking that'd be kind of cool. Because I mean, even though the boss fights in Mario 64 like that, from a control standpoint were very odd, that idea is really cool. So, yeah, so the fact that you get to actually physically beat him up, make fun of him, call him names, yes, verbally. The fact that you get to physically beat him up is really cool. I'm not promoting violence, but in the game, I mean, he's a bad guy. So, yeah. Boss is awesome. Bowser's boss fights are really fucking cool. The freaking, oh my god, talking about the visuals, his world, his kingdom, oh my god, so cool. So, yeah, there's that. Anything else? Anything else before we hit the big one? Trying to think. There's a lot. I might make a part 2. I don't know, depending on when I finally beat everything and get everything. Let's get right into it. This video's already long enough. I'm pointing here because I can see the timer. The ending. Okay, spoiler warning. Light, mild spoiler warning. It's timestamp, so you don't have to be spoiled. I'll give you a minute. Okay, here we go. Okay, so it's mainly, it's not even the play that when you're, okay, so you take control of Bowser at the very end, and you have to escape the moon with Peach, and it's fucking cool. The music that plays, incredible. I fucking love it. That's not the issue people are having. The issue that people are having is the ending cutscene, the way the game actually ends when you already beat all that stuff. The fact that Peach rejects both Mario and Bowser, for some reason people didn't like. They really were banking on, which makes sense, they were banking on, you know, them getting together, Mario and Peach, and Mario actually proposing, which he was starting to do. And then Bowser fucking woke back up and said, "Oh no, marry me." Well, he didn't say it, but he had the piranha plant bouquet, and then Mario's got the little speedy flower, "No, marry me," and then she's just like, "Enough," and just walks off. Fuck both y'all. And then she gets in the Odyssey and starts to almost leave the both of them behind, and then she calls Mario over, and then he fucking bounces off Bowser, fucking Smash Brothers style, and gets onto the Odyssey, and they leave him on the fucking moon. And that's the ending of the game. And people have a problem with it, and the fact is that, again, I'm not gonna hold back too much this time around. It's like Insane Trilogy all over again with the whole, but sorry that the fucking game didn't, you know, appeal to your fucking vision, but it makes sense why they wanted to leave it just kind of, you know, ambiguous like that, like, oh, well, but they're still, like, in love, I guess, because she's always kissing him on the nose or the cheek or something, but I guess he's actually going to propose. But the fact that, you know, you kind of consider being dragged over the fucking world and being with Bowser all the damn game, and then, I don't know, it felt very, like, just funny. It was kind of something I was figuring could be a possibility of happening, and it actually happened. Although, of course, I kind of myself was banking on the fact that maybe they'll get married by the end of the game. That'd be fucking cool. I'm just kind of like, okay, so me, myself, I'm just kind of like a meh, like, still they didn't get married. I'm okay with it because, again, even, you gotta consider, even if they did get married in the game, in future installments, it wouldn't really change their dynamic. Because they're still lovey-dovey with each other, they still kiss, they still whatever. I don't think that they're gonna expand it to where he has a family in later installments and maybe he has a son or something. I don't think they're gonna do that. Even if there's a future installment where they do actually, you know, get married, I don't think they're gonna go for that. It's just, that's not the kind of thing you would come to expect in a Mario title, and it's not something that I feel would be very impactful anyway. Them being married would be cool, because it's just kind of like a whole, I think it could become a fucking, like, video game celebrity icon couple or whatever, like, I don't know, the Brangelina of the fucking game world, even though they're not together anymore, but I don't fucking know. I don't know, like, I wasn't affected by it. I thought it was funny. I really got a kick out of the ending, but people really are like, no, but this was the worst ending ever in a Mario game, and I'm so disappointed, and it's like, why? The plot is pretty heavy in this game, but it's still not the exact 100% focus. The main focus that Nintendo never said, we want to push with this game that it's about the romance and that they're going to get married and that it's all about the marriage and the love and it's about the marriage. Never fucking said that. Nintendo has always been gameplay first. It's about exploration, surprise, wonder, and amazement. Something that's been lacking from Mario games in a fucking long time. And that's what I'm glad that it does so well. The plot has always taken a backseat in a Mario game. That's why they reuse the plot every time. It doesn't matter where they go, what they do, or what the fuck minions Bowser hires to kill Mario. He always kidnaps Peach to get something out of it. This time it's marriage. But of course, you would think with a big deal like that, because it's the first time in a main 3D Mario game that marriage has been a thing. And the fact that Pauline's in this, you would think, I even said, how cool would it be for this dynamic of, maybe Pauline's just kind of like, okay, Mario, because like wants to marry her, and his old fling is back in town, and she's the mayor of the city. Actually, quite the fucking opposite, because there's that festival. Oh my god, I didn't even talk about the festival in New Donk City. So fucking cool. Again, references. We'll get to that. That's its own little segment. References in a minute. But that festival scene, fucking amazing. But she's very friendly towards Marc. There's a point where once you do the festival and all of that, you can talk to her again, and she has you take a quiz about her and her stuff. Not so much as trivia, real world trivia of the character, but just more of like her, I guess. And it was kind of funny. But the fact that in that dialogue she says it's nice to catch up with old friends. So that's really cool. They're there. Even like in the Mario vs. Donkey Kong games where they brought her back, effectively into the Mario universe. They've always just been there. They're friends now. That's fine. But I don't know, to let the fucking ending get to your head like that, and it's that impactful, it's that like, I was disappointed. But what about the game? You still had fun with the game, right? I mean, the plot is only one point of a game, especially in a fucking Mario game. It's only one part, and it's not the biggest thing. Except in this one, yes, it's treated with a little bit more brevity, or levity, what the fuck, what am I looking for? I don't know. Anyway, so, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not gonna say anyone's wrong or anyone's whatever for thinking what they do. It all comes down to the end of opinions, but y'all are getting weird shit letting weird shit get to your head. I don't fucking know. I thought it was funny. Whatever, I liked it, I was satisfied. There's a secret ending. I don't know what it is. Don't spoil it. So, yeah. Last but not least, the references. Holy crap, the references in this game. So, from familiar faces like Pauline, New Donk City in general, to Donkey Kong Country and the original arcade game, nice piece of details that they have graffiti which resembles, their old school artwork. Like, I'm talking like back when Mario looked like fucking Popeye. Like, that's in this game, and it's so fucking cool. Again, the festival, oh my god, just the biggest love letter to Donkey Kong. It is so fucking cool. The music that plays, retreating real quick back to the music. Jump Up Superstar, whenever the hell the ending Bowser song is, with the lyrics, like, those two are fucking... I think Jump Up Superstar is definitely on iTunes. I'm not sure if the other one is. If it is, I'm getting both of them. Eventually, because they're so fucking good. But the references just don't fucking stop. So, you got his costumes, Dr. Mario, Super Mario Maker, Mario's Picross, Mario Paint, fucking, so many, the fucking Nintendo 3DS commercial with that Japanese chick. Yeah, that costume is in the game. They're just pulling references out of nowhere. The biggest one, though, which I'm not going to say a whole lot of, but you'll definitely see it once you beat the main game, is Mario 64. Not just jumping through paintings in certain worlds to get to little, secret locations in other worlds. So, for example, if you go to the painting in Toast Arena for New Donk City, you'll be transported into New Donk City, but not in the way of traditional Mario 64. It's just more of, so you've entered this secret place that's way off to the side of the main area, and you get a moon for it. You explored and you found a thing, so you get rewarded. It's super simple, super small, and that's it, but it's very Mario 64-esque. Then we get really Mario 64-esque with Mushroom Kingdom. You can actually replay the bosses, but you go through them through paintings. The same old chime. It fades to white. You hear ba 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 ba. Same actual sound effects from Mario 64. I know I have my opinions on that game and whatever else, but when it comes down to it, again, for the nostalgia-driven stuff, trust me, if you love Mario 64 and you get to the Mushroom Kingdom, you're going to fucking die of nostalgic happiness for all the Mario 64 references that are in that area alone. It's amazing. It's just fucking, for the nostalgia-driven factor of it, it's fucking cool. I know I have my thoughts about the game, about Mario 64, but it's cool to see them pay homage to that in such an actual fucking accurate way. And it actually blows Throwback Galaxy out of the water from Galaxy 2. You thought that bringing back Whomp's Fortress in a 3D Mario game and a new one at the time, for Mario Galaxy 2. You thought that was the biggest, oh my god, this is an awesome ass homage to Mario 64. No. Odyssey beats that shit way up there. It's crazy. It's crazy. Just play, unlock some costumes, you'll definitely see what I'm talking about. Fucking amazing. So, so many references. It's just all about, I don't know, the game is fun. The game is just fun, and when you come down to it, that's what games need to be, is just relaxing, breathtaking, Breath of the Wild, and fun, and just edge of your seat, making you go, shit, this isn't a Mario game? This isn't a Mario game? It's, I don't know, it's something we needed, again, for a Mario title, and that's what makes it feel so big and so crazy. Again, the whole wedding thing could have stepped it up a big notch if they really did some crazy shit with the wedding, motif and all of that. They don't go incredibly above and beyond with it, let's be honest, especially with the ending. But for what they did do, it made it feel all the more fucking running down the wedding hall, hearing the bells, oh my god, it was fucking epic. Seeing all the people there when you actually bust up, I object, but seeing everyone there and then fighting over the giant ass Toast Arena ring, it was cool. It was fucking epic. It was epic. Again, it's just a great game. It's a great game. Right, it's been what, from the time of this recording? A couple days, let's just leave it a little bit vague. A couple days since the game came out, already, like 10s out of 10s everywhere. It's on par with Breath of the Wild. It hasn't surpassed it, but it's like up there with it. So I mean, in 3 days, well, I say 3 days, from how many ever days since, the recording, fucking nuts. It's insane. So, it's all about just having fun, about the exploration, about meeting new people. It's like traveling in real life. Like, we went to E3 this year, met some cool people, met a guy who recognized me as DestinationMarc, fucking got to experience some cool things. Even at E3, they recreated a part of New Donk City. To get the, is this the visor? Yeah, to get the visor, you had to go to this recreated Crazy Cap area. It was so cool. So, I mean, we needed this in a Mario game. It feels fun. Mario Run and all of that just feels forced and so uncreative, and I'm sorry that those are my opinions. I'm sorry, but that's how I feel, and it's just not needed. And even stretching to the real world, with Nintendo releasing the NES Classic and the SNES Classic, while we've experienced these games already, guys. You've thrown the masterpieces from Smash Brothers at us, the Virtual Console for the last 2 fucking consoles, having all of these games already, and trying to find every way to squeeze in these 2D games that are retro and all that for us, but then releasing a console again, the same one but revamped, with 30 pre-order games. It's weird, but having the Switch now, and having its new gimmick of taking it on the go or playing it on your TV, playing some AAA big budget games, and with this game here, just how open it feels, how epic it feels, how grand it feels, and just being about exploration and having fun. 10 out of 10 for me. Fucking amazing, awesome, game of the year. People call in, hold on. But yeah, Super Mario Odyssey is just fun all around. 10 out of 10 for me. Game of the year, awesome game. What do you guys think about it? I know with the ending and all of that, I mean, tell me what you think about the ending. For those who, just be wary of spoilers, for those who have not, who ignored the spoiler warnings and still got spoiled. I mean, don't go into full detail about the stuff that you want to talk about. Kind of leave it ambiguous. I'll know what you're talking about. But I mean, even keeping it as brief as I liked it or I didn't like it, I mean, whatever. I know some people say they won't like it, they don't like it, but whatever the case is. Just, was the game fun for you? Where are you in the game right now? How many moons have you collected? I don't know. Tell me your experiences with the game down in the comments below. So fucking fun. I'm gonna keep playing. But yeah, happy Halloween. I'm Marcelo. I'll see you guys later. Take care. Not Cappy. Where's Cappy? Yeah.